Hello all, welcome to Web Technologies lecture series. This is Pawan Kumar Verma, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRK Engineering College. So today in this video we are going to learn about XSLT, one of the important topic. So previously we learned about XML and CSS. So this is similar to the CSS is nothing but style sheet. So this is the one of the style sheet language which we are going to use for XML documents. So in CSS and XML we seen that they are having some disadvantage while using CSS for XML. So to replace that, we are having some separate language for styling the XML sheets. So this is the language, and it is one of the important now language that is used to transform the XML documents. So for HTML documents, we are using the CSS. Similarly, for XML, we are using the XSLT. So coming to the XSLT, what XSL stands is XSL stands for Extensible Style Sheet Language, and it is one of the language style sheet language for XML documents. So mainly XSL consists of four parts. XSLT, it is the language for transforming the XML documents. XPath, it is the language for navigating the XML documents. XSLFO, a language for formatting, and XQuery. If you want to query in the XML documents, this XQuery will be used. So our main topic is XSLT, and what we are going in our syllabus is XSLT only. So we learn that XSL stands for Extensible Style Sheet Language. So coming to XSLT, XSLT is nothing but Extensible Style Sheet Language Transformations. So the name itself suggests that transformations for XML pages. So XSL transformations, what transformations it will done is it will transform the XML document into another XML document, or it can convert XML document into text document, or it can convert XML document into HTML also. So if you convert XML document into HTML, it is called as XHTML. So with XSLT, we can add or remove the elements and attributes uh, from the output file. Whenever we are parsing the XML document, it will result an output, and in that output we can add or remove elements, we can modify and we can transform it, and we can also rearrange and sort the elements also by using this XSLT, and we can make the decisions about which elements to hide and display also. There are many we can do using this XSLT. So coming to XSLT, it uses XPath to find the information in an XML document. If you want to find any information in our raw XML file, these XPath attributes and this XPath language will be used. XPath is the major element in the XSLT standard. It is the major element for transforming the data. XPath, it is used to navigate through elements and attributes in XML documents. The main purpose of XPath is it is going to navigate through the elements and attributes. So in this transformation process, XSLT uses XPath. It will uses XPath to define parts, the source document that should match one or more predefined templates. So we are going to use these XPath and the attributes. There are some predefined attributes in XPath. We are going to use this. When a match is found, XSLT will transform the matching part of the source document into the result document. So when the match is found, we are going to use some attributes match, and that match has some values, and that values have some predefined meaning. So that when it is matched, the XSLT will transform the matching part of the source document into the result document. So how to transform XML into, let us see some small example to transform XML into XSHTML. So we already discussed what XSLT is. It is used, XSLT is nothing but extensible style sheet language transformation, which is used to transform XML into some document, and in this we are going to see how to transform XML into XHTML using XSLT. So the first some of the main is the root element that declares the document of an extension style sheet. In XSL style sheet, we are going to use this style sheet as root element, or XSL transform. These are the main two root elements we are going to use for transforming the XML document. So majorly we are using style sheet only, and this is the namespace we are using XSL. This is the second one. We can use both, and style sheet is the one thing we are going to use. And this is the first tag we are going to use when we are writing XSLT file. So XSL style sheet version. So this is the already seen namespace. It belongs to this namespace, and style sheet belongs to this line w3.org. All this data consists of, or we can see XSL transform also. And similarly, this namespace indicates that this all XSL transformation data consists from here only. So let's see, let's take a small XML file and write an XSL style sheet, and let's convert that XML into XHTML. So this is the sample XML file. This is the sample XML file we are going to transform into a XHTML file. So first step is to write a sample XML file. This is the sample XML file. I had saved it as csc.xml. It consists of SRCare data with employee information data. So first of all, let's run this csc XML file. So this is how the sample XML file output shows. So now we are going to apply some XSLT to this file, and let's see transform this file into some. Let's modify it to our own needs. So let's now start with the XSL file. So if you want to write any XSLT file, the first step is we already discussed this. The first step is, and the root element is style sheet. So on version, and this namespace indicates the where data from where it consists, and this file should be saved with extension .xsl. So csc.xsl. So coming to this example, I first of all I will discuss what the first line indicates. Since it is XSL style sheet, also an XML document, it always begins with the declaration with XML version 1.0 and encoding. So the next element is XSL style sheet. It defines that this document is an XSLT style sheet. This is what it specifies, along with the version and XSLT namespace and attributes. This is the namespace and attributes. So and the next element is XS template. So it defines a template. XSL template defines a template. In this template only we are going to write the main HTML page, and this match indicates the path. It is the attributes that associates the template with the root of the XML source document. This is the XPath we already discussed it previously, and this indicates attributes indicates it associates the template with the root of the XML source document. In the source document, that is, it is going to associate. So the content inside the XSL template, this content, whole content, uh, it defines some HTML to write the output. In this only we are going to write the HTML page, and it allows us to write the HTML and write the output also. This is how the template and style sheet must be closed. And I had taken HTML body, and I had taken one table. So what you did not see is up to now is for each and the value of, these are the elements. XSL value of it is one of the element used to extract the value of the selected node. So if you want to extract the value of the title, in title there it is having Mr. If you want to extract that Mr., you must use value of. So if you want to extract the value of name, it is this element must be used. Value of and attribute select is equal to name. This is the path. This is nothing but this attribute belongs to path. Select is equal to name. So from name the value is coming. Similarly, the for each, it is the elements for each element allows us to looping in the XSLT. So what for each and the attribute is SRCare by CSC. This is the root element and this is the child element. From SRCare and CSC, it is going to loop. This element can be used to select every XML element of a specified node set. So this is the specified node set and we are going to loop the from using for each. If you want to, I am taking only title name state. So it will loop and it will bring only title name and state. So this is how the XSLT should be written. First one is version and second one is style sheet root tag, and while we are writing template, and this is the XSL template must be used, and this matches attribute is must, and in template we are going to write the HTML document, and these are some of the elements we are going to use for each and value of. There are other elements also, we will see later. So after writing the XSLT, we are going to place the source file into XML file. So how to place is similarly like adding external style sheet in the CSS to HTML. We are adding this XML style sheet. Type is equal to text by XSL. href is equal to csc.xsl. This is how we are going to write XML style sheet. This is how we are placing the XSL style sheet here. Type is equal to text by CSS and href is equal to csc.xsl. So the third step also completed. First step taken as raw employee file. Second one we had written XSLT file, and third one is adding this XSLT using XML style sheet with hyperlink references. So let's run this example. So this is how we had changed XML document into XHTML document. This is how it is changed. This is the table with the H2 employee details, and I had taken table with border 1 and background color. First for first row I had given some background color, that's why it's showing some background color, and first row it consists of title, name and state, and in second row it consists of for the values of the title, name and state. This is how we used. And if you want to take other year also, if you want to add the year in our XML file, just take another table header, Control C. I am going to take year and same value of, I am taking the value from year. So I am saving and run. So this is how it comes. This is how it shows. So we seen all the three steps of first one, writing an raw XML document and writing an style sheet, and how to place that style sheet in the XML document. So let's see some of the important XSLT elements. We seen what for each and if and value of also. For each loops through each node in a specified node set, and value of extracts the value of a selected node. Similarly, there are some important elements also. If what it is gives is it contains a template that will be applied only if a specified condition is true. So for each what for each does is it loops through some set of statements, and it will be applied in a template if the condition is true. And style sheet we already seen, it is the root element, and template also we had seen it is used to apply when a specified node is matched, and when also it is used to choose an element from two or more, and PI is processing instruction to the inserted into the output. If you want to give any instruction, this PI is used. And apply templates also, it applies some template rule to the current element. These are the some of the important elements. If you want to add attribute, and also this attribute will be used, this choose, copy and elements are used. Similarly, like for each and select attributes, there are these are some of the elements, the important elements. So request all of you to practice all these elements and transform on a XML document into your XHTML document. So in this, we coming to the summary. In this video we learn what is XSLT and what is the importance of it, and how we are going to change XML file to XHTML. Also we had seen this. So request all of you to practice this XSLT and make XML pages more effective. Thank you.